Hey guys, back pretty much with the first red hair video. I said herring for some reason. This video will be surrounding Disney and their live action stuff. And not their good live action stuff, find if you can. I mean the remakes of their animated classics. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's okay. Then there's the stuff, because they keep remaking the classic movies. To me, there's one Disney property that could work with live action, or at least live in reruns. Well, at least the first 2 seasons, at least. That's Gargoyles. For anyone who does not know, this is basically a Disney answer to DC's Batman the Animated Series of the 90s. It was something Disney had never done before. Something dark, creepy, no talking and singing animals. These gargoyles from a kingdom long ago, frozen via curse, reawakened thousands of years in New York City. To me, Gargoyles could work in live action. I mean, for God's sake, there's the guy who directed Captain Underpants wants to do a live action Gargoyles movie. And to be fair, I actually do like that Captain Underpants movie. Actually, it's pretty funny. He also did a few... I can't remember what else he's done. He did a few horror movies that I can't think of at the moment. Did he do Split? I don't think he did Split. I don't know. Anyway, this guy... The idea of a Gargoyles live-action movie. I said this with the Legend of Zelda and Metroid idea. I don't know where the Metroid one is. Find it if you can. The idea of making Gargoyles live-action, it can work. But, again, with the right cast, direction, and script. That's where a lot of live-action adaptations fail. They don't use source material or don't use enough of it, or sometimes, like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, they use too much of the source material. They need to find a good balance to where you can use the source material but not go overboard, or not have enough of it and change enough of it to where it could work. And again, with casting, you need to have the right cast. You need it mainly with the main character, Goliath, the main gargoyle, the leader of the clan. You need to have someone with that... Mainly, you need to get someone who can go up to the bar of Keith David, I believe is his name. The guy who voices Spawn from the HBO series and the Mortal Kombat game. And Spawn Armageddon, was it? Yeah, Armageddon for PlayStation 2. He also voiced Goliath. Shocker. His voice is that calm, that eerie of awesomeness. Also, I plan to just make a bunch of videos with the red hair, because I don't know if my job will let me come into work with red hair. Although with it being this spread out, I don't know if they'll notice. They'll probably notice. I work at an old folks' home. I'm a dishwasher. So yeah, I'll just spam a bunch of videos. But again, I'm a man of my word. I dyed my hair. But there are some people who have colored. There's one person in there who's like, well, she has highlights. I don't freaking know. Anyway, Gargoyles live action. If you haven't seen Gargoyles, if you haven't seen that cartoon, I highly recommend you watch it. It's when Disney and TV those days had balls to write this kind of stuff, man. It came out around the same time as Batman the Animated Series, which is regarded as one of the best Batman properties of all time. Well, TV cartoon-wise. It is so anti-Disney at the time, because at the time they were still doing stuff like Bambi and Toy Story. I don't know, Toy Story was Pixar, though. That was... they're still on their animated stuff. They're still doing like Darkwing, Tailspin, that kind of stuff. They were still doing that while at the same time showing this dark, eerie, superhero-style cartoon. And they mixed in a good amount of mythological heroes. I should say icons. And one of my favorite episodes, and I like episodes like this where they teach lessons. I like those episodes, but only when Like, I liked them as a kid because it was the classic stuff. Sharing is caring and value stuff. I respect those because you do need those. But I like the ones where they deal with real hard topics. Gargoyles had an episode dealing with the idea that guns aren't toys. I kid you not with this. There's an episode of one of the characters, his name's Broadway. This gets done, I believe it's a Western cowboy movie. He watches that kind of movie. Goes to their April O'Neil of the group, Elisa Maza, who actually... I do like April O'Neil in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I think Elisa Maza has just a hint more personality. I don't know. You guys say in the comments if you've seen both. I don't care. She's a cop. Broadway starts playing with her gun. He shoots her, and everything just goes chaos, man. Goliath's looking for the one who did it. Broadway's looking for the criminal she was after. Because here's the crazy part of it. Because we know Goliath is a serious character. We usually see Broadway as a comedy character, bouncing off two others named Brooklyn and Lexington. And yes, they're in New York, so they're all named after that kind of stuff. There's another one called the Hudson, because the Hudson River, that kind of stuff. And Bronx, their gargoyle dog. Yeah, to see Broadway, who's usually a carefree, goofy character, acting this serious because of the accident he did, having these what look like internal hatred, man. And it's such a good episode because I respect when cartoons can do those kind of messages to warn you about that kind of stuff. Which is why I liked Captain Planet. Yes, it's a stupid cartoon made by Ted Turner, who also made that movie Page Master, a very forgettable 90s, early 2000s movie with Macaulay Culkin, where it got kids to read. Again, kind of canceling each other out. It's a movie about reading books. But I will say this, I liked Page Master, and I liked Captain Planet, because when it's done right, those kind of messages can work. And it didn't get me to read books, for God's sake. But I liked the movie. It was entertaining. I liked Captain Planet because it did start getting me concerned more about the planet for that era. In all seriousness, what the is that, mate? I'm usually all serious with just hints of laughter, for God's sake. If Disney continues to do these live action things, because there's rumors of the next one being a live action Bambi. I'm positive I said this before, but that's gonna go over well. We just saw freaking supposed to be a real lion die in Lion King. Yeah, let's just have the freaking infamous scene of Bambi's mom getting shot, where it's supposed to be a real deer. There's also always been that rumor of a live action Lilo and Stitch. That was trickier than a Gargoyles, because Gargoyles, it can seem pretty simple to make that kind of cartoon live action, but Lilo and Stitch would definitely be a harder thing to make a live action incarnation of. But tell me what you guys would think. Would you guys watch if Disney they just teased, like they don't have it really planned. They just want to see how it reacts. How would you react if Disney released a trailer for a live action Gargoyles, either series or movie? How would you react? Because I would react.
You hungry?
What are you thinking?
Good McDonald's?
Sure, let me just finish up here. What would you guys say? I'd say yes. How about you?